Alright ladies, let me ask you something. How many times have you heard a man say something that didn't sit right with you, but you brushed it off because you didn't want to cause friction? Maybe you told yourself that he didn't really mean it that way, or I'm probably just being too sensitive, but deep down, you felt something was off and you couldn't just let it go. And here's the truth. Men give you clues about who they are from the very beginning. And yes, words can be charming and persuasive, but they can also be a man's way of signaling exactly what to expect from him. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker. And today, I'm going to walk you through 7 phrases that should make you pause and think twice. These phrases might seem harmless at first, but they're often subtle red flags that reveal a lot about a man's intentions, emotional availability, and readiness for a healthy relationship. Pay attention, because once you recognize these warning signs, you save yourself from a lot of pain, okay? So let's begin. Number 1, I like you, but... Whenever a man says, I like you, but... whatever comes after doesn't really matter, okay? The truth is that he's already told you everything that you need to know in one sentence. I like you, but I'm not ready for anything serious. I like you, but I'm really focused on my career right now. Do you know what that really means? It means that he doesn't like you enough to commit. And let me add that in 99% of the cases, the more you ask for clarification, the more confused you become, because his answers will only mislead you. Many men know that being direct might hurt your feelings, okay? So they don't want drama. They don't want to seem like the bad guy, so they're not going to tell you the whole truth. And others are simply manipulators who want to keep you around. But you know what they both have in common? That they're wasting your time. And think about this, okay? If you're dating someone right now, if he truly likes you and he's ready to move things forward, he's not going to use excuses. He's not going to hesitate. He's going to show up and start planning a future with you. Number 2, I don't like texting or talking on the phone. Okay, so how many times have you heard this one? He tells you that he's bad at texting, that he always forgets to respond, and for a second, you give him the benefit of the doubt, right? You don't want to seem needy, so you convince yourself that maybe he's just different. But the truth is that when a man is truly interested in a woman, he's going to make an effort to stay connected, okay? He's going to find ways to engage with you because keeping the connection alive matters to him. And let me tell you, ladies, I actually don't like texting much. You know, I'm actually one of those guys, but when I first started talking to my partner, I would always check in here and there, you know, with a few text messages and then talk on the phone at night. Because here's something else that you need to understand, okay? And you may not like hearing this, but I have to be the one to tell you that there's always a woman that he's willing to text first, okay? There's a woman out there that doesn't have to even reach out to him. He will be the one like calling and texting without hesitation because he's truly interested. So don't let yourself be the one who's always left waiting. Number 3, I've never met anyone like you. Now on the surface, this one sounds extremely flattering, right? You're different from any other woman, but the underlying problem is that if he's telling you this only after a few weeks, or worse, only after a few dates, is not real, okay? I promise you, he doesn't even know you yet. This is a classic sign of love bombing. He's telling you all the right things to make you feel chosen and unique, but in reality, it's a strategy to fast track your emotional intimacy and vulnerability. It's designed to get you emotionally invested before you have the chance to get to know who he really is. So the next time that a man tells you you're different from other women, you're different from other girls, ask yourself this: how could he possibly know that after such a short time of getting to know me? Because a real connection is not instant. It unfolds slowly with time and consistency. Alright ladies, quick announcement that if you're confused about a man's behavior and you want to understand the true meaning behind his words and actions, I made a free guide to help you decode his mixed signals so you can stop wasting time trying to read his mind. I'm going to leave the link in the top comment below so you can download it. Number 4, I've never had a healthy relationship before. At first, this one is going to sound like honesty or vulnerability. And you might think, okay, you know, maybe he's finally ready to change. But in my experience, this could be a major red flag. If he's never had a healthy relationship before, it's very likely that there's a reason for that. And that reason could be him. Again, it's a subtle warning that he may not have the emotional tools or experience to show up for you in the way you deserve. You might also hear him say, I've always had bad luck with women, which sounds like he's been the victim in all of his past relationships. And if he hasn't learned from his past, what makes you think that things will be any different with you? Number 5. Most women are this or that. Always listen carefully when a man starts generalizing women. If you ever hear him say that most women are materialistic, selfish, or too emotional, I suggest that you pay close attention to his core values. I was actually explaining this to a client the other day. If you find a man that holds all these negative beliefs about women, even if you're the exception right now, do you really think that those beliefs are not going to come crawling into your relationship? It might not show at first, but the moment that you show even a hint of one of those behaviors that he constantly talks about, he's going to treat you like every other woman that he's already judged. And by the way, this is the same reason I always tell you ladies, do not hold negative beliefs about men, because when you finally meet a great guy, you're going to project all the bad onto him. And that's how you can ruin a connection with real potential. Number 6. You would be perfect if you just... Okay, so this is one of the worst ones, and I know that it's very damaging to hear, right? And it's when a man says, you would be perfect if you just lost a little weight, if you changed your hair, if you dressed differently, if you were more outgoing. And he's not offering constructive feedback, he's planting seeds of insecurity. It's one of the ways to chip away at your self-worth until you start believing that you have to change who you are to be loved. A man who loves and respects you doesn't want to fix you, okay? He appreciates you for who you are. And when he makes suggestions, which he will, okay, he does it with kindness, not rejection, rooted in love, not control. And final, number 7, I like things the way they are. When you're trying to get to the next level of commitment in a relationship with a man, and he tells you, I like things the way they are, he's usually saying this because he's extracting more from the relationship than what he's giving. I mean, think about it. Maybe he's getting all the benefits of a committed relationship, your time, energy, emotional support, but without actually committing. Or maybe he's keeping things casual because he doesn't want the responsibility of showing up fully for you. Either way, what he's really saying is, I'm comfortable with what I'm getting and I don't want to give more than this. And that is a major red flag in my dictionary, okay? Because it shows that he's more invested in maintaining his comfort than in deepening the relationship. Alright ladies, I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and as always, I love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what is the one red flag from this list that you mostly ignored in past relationships. Again, what is the one red flag from this list that you've mostly ignored in past relationships? And if you also have any questions about any of them, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. Anyways, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm glad that you've chosen me to learn about self-love, dating, and relationship dynamics, because like I always say, for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.